Hey guys, Landau coming back at you again with another video. Um, Another review, I guess. Last time I believe I opened and talked about the Spengler one because I had finally acquired that after a few years. So, kind of in the same fashion, today I will be reviewing the new Frozen Empire Proton Blaster. Now, I did already take it out of its packaging so I could get an idea of the features for a proper review. So this is the kind of packaging you get. Um, we got the kit here, just standard stuff. Got the Frozen Firehouse background right there. I kind of like that. Gives you an idea. Hey, press this button. Blah blah blah. Along the back, gives you a more idea of the features. It says call. I'll get more into that later. Charge, blast, standard stuff. A picture of it right there. Not a whole lot to talk about. Ghostbusters ID badge, which I'm looking forward to getting my engineer core badge with the Hasbro 2 in the box, but more about that later at a later time, I guess. So yeah, box itself, pretty standard stuff, although I do kind of like it, and the blaster itself. So just going over some stuff real quick. The switch box and the little proton stream thing are in there separate. You just gotta take them out and click them on. And I believe once this is in place, it's pretty in place. I did kind of want to take it out again for a second, and then I realized, oh yeah, just the way it pops in there, there's no really popping it back out. Maybe you can. It is like a soft rubberish feel, but I didn't want to force it and mess up anything, so it is what it is. So just going over the general aesthetics at first. I mean, it's your proton wand in toy fashion. And we've come a long way since the real Ghostbusters Kenner pack back in the 80s. No more which, I mean, we had our imaginations back in the day and it was completely fine. No more just simple foam insertion. Got full electronics, light show, and everything. It also has a couple movable switches right here, clickable switches. Now these don't do anything, at least not that I've seen or anything. They're just purely there for aesthetic purposes, which is fine by me because with my spirit pack back there, those are just fake buttons. So it's at least it's a little more effort into something you could fool around with and fidget with, make you feel like you're doing more. You got the yellow taping on the handle. Of course, you got the new nozzle on the front. Yellow grill, heat sink, but also is seen in the Frozen Empire trailer, which there's more of a big plate there. So it's not entirely accurate to that. It's more of a repaint of the previous one from Afterlife, which is fine. I mean, again, we're talking about toy. We're not talking about one-to-one replica or anything like that. Over here, I found kind of interesting. Not only is the Ghostbusters logo present on the side, but it is 3D. It's kind of popped out. It's molded. It's not just a straight paint or sticker or anything like that. So that's kind of cool. So again, you have the switch box, your handle. You do have your fire trigger right here. You have another trigger here, which I have not really figured out what it exactly is, or if it is going to be anything from the movie itself. So that's pretty much. Oh, you got your bottom here. You got a little bit more detail with your gun rack and your V hook. And the V hook right here is where your 3 AAA batteries go, which when I read the description says it didn't come with it. So when I ordered it for pickup, I also got some batteries. Turns out I didn't really need them, but at least I have extras now. Alright, so going into the features now, this is pretty interesting because I had heard about it and it turned out to be absolutely true that this has the same video game sound effects that the Spengler one does. So, plus a couple more features such as the call feature and whatever this is. So we'll get into this first because I'm not entirely sure what this sound is, or if it's going to be anything. It's just a sound that they put on the toy, but and it gradually builds up till you get the overheat sound. But then you get a fire and a crackling type of sound, so I'm not sure exactly what that is or going to be. You do have your just general, just fire it at any time. Get your proton stream. As you can see, the tip lights up. I do really like the LEDs in here. I think it does look really good. And there you may have noticed something new that most things don't do. The Spengler one doesn't do it. The full size pack doesn't do it. Obviously the 80% size pack doesn't do it, but it actually powers down after you fire it. We actually get that sound effect. Spengler one just stops. That just stops. Most of the other things just stop. They don't have that power down sound. And we finally have it in a toy. Just one of the standard toys you could buy off the shelves. Not complaining. It's still pretty cool. Overall, I think this thing is pretty cool. So you can power it up by extending this piece forward. And there you get the new Proton Pack startup sound. And again, you could just fire as usual when you got your LED lights lighting up there. Orange and blue, purple. And again, I really like the LEDs in this thing. I think it does look really good. So from there, you move on to your little call button, which cycles through things. It cycles through, and it does the little call thing. So we'll start out with this. All right. Now, yeah, it's going to do a call first. So each cycle has something like that. And it'll do that, and then it'll just do a steady flash, and then so it does a fire sound and a ghost or monster of some type reacting. Alright, go through the second. Have your slime cycle. Alright, and then, of course, get Slimer. And I didn't notice before, but the part right here doesn't really react to it properly, but looks like the actual emitter. Ah, see, but when it's powered down, you can only go in the proton stream mode. So let me switch back over. Alright. Okay. That's your standard proton. Yeah, so when it's powered up and has this activated, it's always going to play like a ghost sound during the firing sound effect as well. Alright, here we have... Again, the color's lighting up blue, well, whitish. Yeah, I didn't notice the emitter part actually lit up correctly. Alright, and then we go back to that mode. I'm going to just keep cycling through. See that green Slimer. So, I guess it's not the steady video game sound effects that you get with the Spengler one. There's always some kind of ghost intrusion or whatever you wish to call it to the side. So let me go ahead and power it back down. And power it back up without that. Then again, you just get your proton stream. Power down sound effect. Now, as you're holding that down, it will just do it constantly. It will not go to an overheat status, which I do kind of like. I have a love for the video game, but I'm just not a fan of the whole overheat thing. Anyways, so just power it back down. So overall, I really do like this, and I'm glad I picked it up. It's pretty much one of the only things my Target had so far. There was none of the Fright features, there wasn't an Ecto-1, there wasn't any of the new Frozen Empire figures themselves. So I'm glad they did have this sitting around, because I really did want to get my hands on it and try it out for myself. And for $30 USD, I think it's a good buy. You got a lot of sound effects. You got the video game sound effects, Ghost sound effects, your usual proton stream, the actual power down after you're done firing. Like, come on, how long did it take us to get something like that out of the box? Details good, effects are good. Overall, as a toy, I think it's worth the purchase for both kids and adults alike. And for adult kids, we're out there. So I look forward to talking more about some of the figures as I find them and come along, do a little bit more reviews. And we're getting close. We're getting so close. 2 months away to Frozen Empire. Moved it up a week, March 22nd. We're getting close, and we're going to be getting that new trailer soon. If anybody else has seen it during the Sony thing, they did say a new trailer is on its way soon. I'm still kind of expecting it around Super Bowl time. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're already really close to the movie. I know I don't need to see anything else to be hyped for the movie to go see it. I'll be there opening night. I'm sure many of you will. But until then, give it a buy. Play around with it. It's something neat to add to your collection. And they did a good job with it. But, alright, enough rambling along. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.